Hey guys, Gian here of GadgetPilipinas.net. Finally, we got the confirmation from OPPO that they'll be bringing the Reno and Reno 10X here in the Philippines. And I just got off from my interview with Miss Sophia Xie. She's the industrial designer of OPPO. And here we have right now the two devices. These are the 10X and the Reno. So, ito, fresh na fresh, unopened, and we're going to unbox to all of you. So, sakto siya ito. The box is, well, it's not usual kasi hindi ito yung usual na ina-unbox natin from OPPO. The box is longer than usual. And the same thing with the Reno, the other one. So, the main difference is that the other one says it's 10X and the other one doesn't say anything. Right off the bat, from behind the box, it says here 8 gig and 256 gig of internal storage, 8 gig of RAM, sobrang lupet. And it also has 855, Snapdragon 855 processor, and this is the 10X. And the other one is of course just the 710, Snapdragon 710. It has 6 gig of RAM and 256 gig. So we have two variants here. The 10X, it doesn't say anything about the color, but we'll have to see that later on. But this one, the Reno, is jet black. So let's go ahead and unbox the first one. Okay. Medyo matigas yung box niya. OPPO Reno 10X Zoom. So again guys, the official names are Reno and Reno 10X. So differences is that in terms of processor, faster ang Reno 10X Zoom. The other one only has Snapdragon 710. This one has high-powered cameras compared to the other one, which doesn't have 10X Zoom. But there's a lot of things to take in, so I'll just probably go through that when we publish our full review. But then again, here we have the smaller insert box, which includes some of the documentations that you need to understand about the smartphone. And we have the OPPO Reno itself, right here. What we got is also jet black, if I'm correct. Yep, it's jet black as well. Pretty nice color. And then inside the box we have a free case. Okay, there's a free case. Pretty nice case, if I may say. Felt ng konti yung loob. So that kind of really protects the Gorilla Glass 5 plate of the Reno 10X. By the way, the back is Gorilla Glass 5 and the front is Gorilla Glass 6. So that's something that I got from my interview earlier from Miss Sophia Xie. Let's continue on. We have the Type-C cable, yeah, and the SIM ejector tool just below it. And we also have the VOOC flash charger. And they also included a, what is this? This is a Type-C? Right, it is a Type-C headphone. Alright, so I think that's pretty much everything. Now, this is the Reno, OPPO Reno. Let's go ahead and unbox it as well. Okay. Same din yung design ng box niya. Mahaba din yung box. And I would guess that yung laman nito is the same with yung laman ng Reno 10X. So we also have here the insert box, right? And we have the Reno right here. Okay, cool. And inside we have another case rather. And the design of the case is different from the one we have on the Reno 10X, where the one on the Reno 10X has a more premium look. This one looks premium pero medyo transparent ng konti yung kanyang design. Okay? And then we have as well the Reno does have a 3.5mm port, so the included earphones is 3.5mm, has a 3.5mm headphone jack. That's right. Guess it correctly. Okay, and we have also USB Type-C cable, SIM ejector tool, at meron tayong VOOC charger. Right, that's pretty much everything inside the box. So we have here the Reno and Reno 10X. Difference? I think there's no difference in terms of how the backplate looks, but it is obvious that the 10X is much larger. The 10X has 3 cameras while the other one has 2 cameras. There is this green indentation, or I think parang bump at the bottom of the cameras. The reason for them putting that up is because they want to protect the camera. So that's that nifty reason. That's the reason for them putting that up. Kasi nga naman, kapag nilapag mo yung telepono, pwedeng magasgas yung camera. And in order for them to avoid that, nilagyan nila ng kulay green na bump, small bump. It's nothing you can press. Actually, there's no other special reason for putting that up aside from protecting the camera. Okay. And then, in terms of the sleep and wake button, there is the same placement. The good thing here is that it's a little different because the button now shows a green streak, which is kind of like their thing now. And syempre, the camera is pop-up. The way they designed the pop-up camera this time is different from what they were doing before compared to the F11 Pro and the Find X. And the panoramic screen display is gorgeous, man. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. And for me, it's a good feat for them to do something like that. Hindi pa nila nagawa yun ever. And the panoramic screen on the Reno is something that you should look forward to. Okay? Both are using Type-C cables, Type-C ports rather. And there's speaker at the bottom. 3-hole speakers for the OPPO Reno 10X. 2-hole speakers for the Reno. There are no additional speakers at the top because you have, of course, the pop-up camera for the selfie. And yeah, that's pretty much everything for the Reno. Right. So now at this point, let me turn you over to my interview where we discussed about the design of the OPPO Reno. Hey guys, this is Gian of GadgetPhilippines.net. I am joined by Miss Sophia Xie of OPPO. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You know what? I've seen the OPPO Reno when I went to Taiwan a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
and,
wow.
I was really happy with how it looks. And
Glad
now
to
it's
hear
here.
that.
So it has been confirmed that they're bringing the OPPO Reno. What was the decision behind this? I mean, why did you think about bringing this here in the Philippines?
Well, we always try to bring what our customers want. We want to give them a nicer experience, a more premium feel smartphones. It might not be only a communication tool for them,
Right.
but we were hoping it could be a piece of art for them. So that's why we bring this creative Reno series to Philippines as well.
I like the way you put it. It's a piece of art. I mean, as an art, what is the inspiration behind the design of both phones?
Well, what we're trying to do here is we always put aesthetics and the beauty of our cell phones on the first place. It's from our CEO, who's grew up in a craftsmanship family with his grandfather being a carpenter and his father being a tailor.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you imagine that, growing up in this such environment, he's like naturally grew up his own taste of aesthetics, and he passed that to us. So that's how we got the design language we have today.
I'm actually interested with the pop-up camera that you designed. What were the iterations that you put up to before you came up with the final decision?
Well, we wanted to do a unified design for sure.
Yeah.
And we still wanted to look together, look pretty, but also it needs to give our users the experience they want, so then it's not bringing any extra botherings with the special pop-up.
Right. I remember the OPPO Find X. You had a different way of popping up the camera. It's like the
Totally.
whole slab is coming up, but this time you came up with something different. It pops up like that, and to me it looks different. It looks way different from what you guys had before. Same with the F11 Pro. We guys reviewed the F11 Pro, and it was really fantastic. One of the best phones that you guys have.
Oh, thank you.
And with the Reno, it seems that you're trying to step up your game here. Right. Now, also, can you tell us about the panoramic screen of the Reno? Because that's apart from the camera, there's also another thing that you're trying to showcase on this smartphone.
Yeah, totally. So as you can see, we got the panoramic screen here. but then the rating structure of the still is so different as
Right.
what you're just saying.
That's right.
You can see like the thing we're trying to do here is we want to make it a more unified design. So even though when the camera is raising up, you still feel it's like a one piece, right?
That's correct.
It's very nature and doesn't make you feel kind of awkward why it's like something laying on top. Like
That's right.
feeling,
That's correct.
right?
That's correct.
Yeah, and then what we're trying to do here with Reno is first like we're keep exploring the new things we can do and the new forms we can bring to our customers, and also we're trying to be more creative. Like for the Reno, it's for more the youngest people. We
Yes.
hope them can just as the smartphones did to be having a more creative attitudes with their lives or with their works and stuff, and hopefully Reno shows that to them.
And it seems that you're trying to appeal to the younger audience here, right? Because I remember with the OPPO Find X, you were trying to appeal to the businessmen, to the executives, but with the Reno 10X, it's different.
Yeah,
right?
totally.
It's
like more
real, it's so
energetic.
youthful, right? Energetic. So again, it's Reno and Reno 10X. Those are the official names, right?
Exactly.
So that's something that we have to look forward to when this comes out in the Philippines. We actually teased it, as I mentioned earlier. We teased it a few weeks ago, and we thought that, hey, are you guys bringing this here to the Philippines? And this is the answer to that. And we're just really so happy that you are bringing it to the Philippines. And the Reno is a different name from OPPO. We've never heard that before from OPPO. It's coming from the Find X, so that's fantastic. So that has been my interview with Miss Sophia Xie, the industrial designer of OPPO. What I can say about it is that nagbago talaga ng design philosophy si Reno. I mean, over the years, I've seen how they've been making their smartphones, and they've really put so much emphasis on cameras. They put so much emphasis also on beautification mode on their cameras. But this time, they've gone past that. Tapos na sila doon, and they've already perfected that in a way. So they're focusing now more on design. Now, when I interviewed the Sophia Xie, she said that they want their consumers to bring an art with them, and that is pretty cool because bringing an art or a form of art in any way or another is a feat, right? So taking a piece of art by your consumers, that's something that's never been done before by any smartphone companies. And for them, it's different. And also, it's different from the way their competitors, also based in China, are trying to do. No? Yun naman kasi more on their consumers loving art. But this time, you are bringing art. And that is how OPPO rather is positioning Reno to their consumers. But that is just simply art. It's functional art because it does things for you. You can take photos with it, with its pop-up camera. Not only that, because it's also hella fast. Because this one, the Reno 10X is powered by a 855, Snapdragon 855, and the other one is 710. Those are impressive processors to begin with. So, what do you guys think about these two smartphones launched by OPPO? What do you guys think about it? I would love to know your thoughts. This has been our unboxing and quick discussion of the Reno and Reno 10X finally coming to the Philippines. Let us know your thoughts. Again, this has been Gian, and see you soon on our next video.